Good morning, everyone, and welcome. I'm delighted to have you here today. Today's presentation is titled Role of Reviewers in Pharmaceutical Documentation. We'll be exploring how reviewers contribute to ensuring the quality and accuracy of pharmaceutical documents. Over the next few slides, we'll cover the key responsibilities of reviewers, best practices, and the importance of their role in the industry. I look forward to sharing this valuable information with you. So let's get started. Welcome to our discussion on documentation in pharmaceutical manufacturing. As you know, documentation is a critical GMP requirement, and reviewers play a vital role in this process. Their main responsibility is to ensure that the records we keep are accurate, complete, and compliant with all regulations. This means every detail must be correct, nothing should be missing, and everything should align with the regulatory standards. When we talk about regulatory expectations, the US FDA and WHO are two key organizations that set the benchmarks we need to meet. Understanding their requirements helps us maintain the integrity of our documentation and ultimately supports the quality and safety of our products. So, keeping our records in line with these expectations is fundamental to our success in pharmaceutical manufacturing. Let's talk about the multi-level review system we use here. Pharma follows a structured three-tier review process to ensure the highest quality and accuracy. First, we have the primary review, which is done by the operator. This is essentially a self-review, where the operator double-checks their own work before passing it along. Next is the secondary review, conducted by a supervisor or production officer. They review the documents to catch any errors that might have been missed initially. Finally, there's the final review, carried out by our quality assurance team. This final checkpoint is critical to ensure everything meets our strict standards before everything moves forward. This multi-level system introduces multiple checkpoints for error detection, which is key to maintaining the integrity of our processes. It helps us catch issues early and prevents mistakes from slipping through. Now, who are these reviewers? They are trained personnel responsible for verifying documents at each level. The operator does a self-review, making sure their work is accurate before handing it off. The supervisor or production officer then reviews the work, providing an additional layer of scrutiny. And finally, our QA reviewer conducts the final check, ensuring everything aligns with our quality standards. All of this is designed to create a thorough, reliable review process that supports our overall goal: delivering safe, effective, and high-quality pharmaceutical products. Let's start by talking about the role of the supervisor. The supervisor's main responsibility is to verify adherence to SOPs, making sure that all procedures are followed correctly. They also check calculations and process steps to ensure everything is accurate and consistent. An important part of their job is to identify deviations from the standard process. For example, if the supervisor detects an incorrect mixing time recorded in the batch manufacturing record, or BMR, they would initiate a correction immediately. This helps us maintain high-quality standards and prevent errors from affecting the final product. Next, let's look at the role of the operator, specifically in self-review. Operators are responsible for recording data in real time as the process happens. This means they need to be diligent to ensure all entries are complete and accurate. It's also their responsibility to sign and date their entries, confirming that the data is correct and has been reviewed by them. For instance, an operator might check that all process parameters, such as temperature and time, are recorded immediately after each step. This immediate documentation is vital for traceability and quality control. Finally, we have the role of reviewers. Reviewers oversee the data and process records, ensuring everything aligns with the required standards. They play a crucial part in maintaining the integrity of the documentation and catching any discrepancies that may have been overlooked. Connecting all these roles highlights how everyone, supervisors, operators, and reviewers, works together to uphold our quality system. This collaborative effort ensures that our processes are not only compliant, but also continuously improved for the best possible outcomes. Now, let's talk about the role of the QA reviewer. Their main responsibility is to perform a final and independent review of the batch. This means they step in after all the manufacturing and testing are completed to give a thorough check. Their goal is to ensure that everything complies with good manufacturing practices, or GMP, and good documentation practices, or GDP. These standards are critical for maintaining quality and consistency. The QA reviewer also has the authority to approve or reject a batch for release. For example, if QA identifies a missing signature on a batch record, they will put the batch on hold until that issue is resolved. This step is crucial because it prevents any non-compliant product from reaching the market. In essence, the QA reviewer acts as a gatekeeper, making sure that every batch meets the required quality standards before it's released. This role is vital in safeguarding product integrity and, ultimately, patient safety. Now, let's take a moment to review the different types of documents that reviewers handle in our process. First, we have the batch manufacturing records, or BMR, which document each step of the manufacturing process. Then, there are the batch packaging records, or BPR, that detail the packaging operations. Logbooks are also critical. They record daily activities and observations. Analytical reports provide data on product testing, and deviations and CAPA records document any issues that arise and how they are addressed. Understanding these documents is essential because reviewers play a key role in ensuring their accuracy and completeness. Their responsibilities include checking that all entries are complete, verifying that the data entered is correct, and confirming that signatures and dates are properly documented. They must also ensure that all records comply with good documentation practices, or GDP, which is vital for maintaining quality and traceability. Lastly, they need to be alert for any inconsistencies that could indicate errors or issues that need further investigation. All these points tie back to our overall goal, maintaining the integrity and quality of our manufacturing and quality assurance processes. Reviewers are the gatekeepers ensuring that every document reflects accurate, compliant, and reliable information. On this slide, we're focusing on the crucial role of error detection during reviews. Reviewers need to be vigilant in spotting various issues that can occur in reports or data entries. For example, missing entries are a common problem that can impact the accuracy of the overall review. Calculation errors are another key area. These can be simple mistakes that significantly affect results if left unnoticed. Illegible handwriting is also a concern, especially when handwritten notes or entries are involved, making it hard to interpret the data correctly. Lastly, unauthorized corrections can compromise the integrity of the document, so it's important to identify any changes that shouldn't have been made. To put this into context, consider the example shown here, a yield calculation error. Instead of 90%, someone wrote 95%, which is a noticeable mistake. This was caught during the review process and corrected, ensuring the data remains accurate. Overall, this slide highlights how critical it is for reviewers to be meticulous and thorough. Catching these kinds of errors helps maintain the quality and reliability of our reports, which is ultimately essential for making informed decisions. Now, let's talk about the role of reviewers in maintaining data integrity, specifically through the ALCOA Plus principles. Reviewers play a crucial part in making sure that data is attributable, which means every data point can be traced back to who recorded it and when. This is essential for accountability. Next is legibility, ensuring that all data is clear and easy to read, so there's no confusion or misinterpretation. Contemporaneous recording is also key. Data should be documented at the time the activity occurs, not afterward, to preserve accuracy and context. Original data means the information must be the first recording, not a copy or a later version, maintaining its authenticity. And finally, accurate data is vital. It must reflect the true results and observations without errors or misrepresentations. All of these aspects are critical for compliance with U.S. FDA guidelines, because regulators rely on solid, trustworthy data to approve and monitor products. So, in our overall goal of quality and compliance, understanding and applying these principles helps us ensure our data stands up to scrutiny and supports safe, effective products. Now, let's talk about the role in error correction within the GDP process. Reviewers play a crucial part here by making sure that any corrections are clearly and properly documented. This means that when a correction is made, it should be properly struck through so it's still visible, but it's clear that it has been replaced or amended. Additionally, the reviewer must sign and date the correction to provide accountability and a clear record of when the change was made. It's also important that each correction is justified, meaning there's a clear explanation for why the change was necessary. Another key point is that there should be no overwriting or use of a whitener. This ensures that the original entry remains legible and that the correction process is transparent and traceable. These steps help maintain the integrity of the documents and ensure accuracy throughout the process. Remember, these practices are fundamental in upholding the quality and reliability of the data we handle. Let's talk about the role in deviation and CAPA. First, it's crucial to identify discrepancies as soon as they occur. Recognizing these issues early helps us understand where things are going off track. Once we've identified a discrepancy, the next step is to initiate a deviation process. This formalizes the issue and ensures it gets the proper attention. Supporting the root cause analysis is also a key part of our role. We need to dig deep to find out why the discrepancy happened in the first place. This helps us develop effective corrective actions. Speaking of which, verifying the effectiveness of CAPA is essential. We must ensure that the actions taken actually resolve the issue and prevent recurrence. For example, if we notice repeated missing entries, a common CAPA might be operator retraining. The overall goal here is to maintain quality, ensure compliance, and continuously improve our processes. Remember, our role in deviation and CAPA is about being proactive, thorough, and always focused on preventing future issues. Now, let's take a look at some of the challenges faced by reviewers and how we can address them. One major issue is the high volume of documents that reviewers need to go through. This can be overwhelming and increase the risk of missing important details. Additionally, human error is always a concern. Mistakes can happen, especially when dealing with complex information under tight deadlines. Time pressure itself also adds to the challenge, making it harder to maintain accuracy and thoroughness. To tackle these challenges, we've implemented several solutions. First, training programs are essential. They help reviewers stay sharp, understand best practices, and reduce errors. Second, checklist-based reviews serve as a structured guide, ensuring that all critical points are covered systematically. Finally, digital systems like EBMR have been introduced to streamline the review process, making it more efficient and less prone to mistakes. Overall, by combining these solutions, we aim to improve accuracy, efficiency, and consistency in the review process, aligning with our broader goal of maintaining high standards throughout. So, as we wrap up, I want to emphasize the crucial role that reviewers play in our processes. They are essential for ensuring compliance with good manufacturing practices, or GMP, which is the foundation of quality in our industry. Their oversight helps us maintain the integrity of our data, making sure everything is accurate and trustworthy. This, in turn, supports important batch release decisions that directly impact product availability and safety. Most importantly, reviewers help protect the quality of our products and, ultimately, patient safety. Their work transforms what might seem like simple documentation into a reliable quality assurance system. This transformation is vital because it underpins the confidence we have in our products and the safety of those who use them. So, in essence, reviewers are the backbone of our quality system, turning documentation into a safeguard that ensures we meet our high standards every step of the way. For further support, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're here to help with any questions or additional information you might need. Remember, your success is our priority. Thank you so much for your time and attention today.